Hello, this is Purple Rosa and I'm continuing on in Elsweyr. So in this one I'm going to do some of these side quests that I have in my quest log that I've put on hold. So the first one being, it's called Beware the Purring Liar. This one I picked up in the Stitches, if you remember, and there was a follower of Rigurt the Khajiit thief slash trickster god, and I have to steal some items for this person. And the other one I'm going to do is the cultural exchange with Rigurt the Brash, as I want to continue that one, and for that one I have to steal some honey flowers here. But first we will do this stealing one, and for this one I just have 2 more items to steal. It's a cat idol here in Rimmon in this house, and then I'll be going to the Valenwood gate here. But I'm going to steal this cat idol from here, and then I'm going to go do more of Rigurt the Brash quest, because I'm anxious to see how else he can offend the Khajiit. Because if you remember, when I did the first part of the quest, what I got for him was actually saber cat skins, and boy, that exchange did not go well at all. If you remember that. So that's the cat idol. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing how else Rigurt will stuff up this cultural exchange. But the next item I have to steal is honey flowers, so I can't think of any ways how honey flowers would offend the Khajiit, but it's Rigurt the Brash, and
monks use an ancient Daedric artifact to heal.
Yeah, Rigurt the Brash can offend anyone, and he's oblivious to what he's saying. I still don't know why they send him on these cultural exchanges. Probably because King Yoren just wants to get rid of him. So we have to go down to these farms. I should be able to get there from the Stitches, but I'm not sure. So yeah, the Stitches, I really enjoyed doing the quest that was here. It was really fun because that Alfiq that we met, I really liked that character. And yeah, it was such a good story, it was a shame when I finished it. Sorry, not a story, a quest. So, we'll try go around this way. Hide from these terror birds. Hopefully I can get to the farms this way. But yeah, it gives us a chance to admire the landscape. And avoid the harpies. I might have to kill this one. Go. Okay, so the farms. Let's see. Oh, it's pretty. Different from the harsher landscape here that we've seen. Oh, some cinch lines. Try and avoid them. Yeah, this is pretty farmland. More terror birds. I do like the terror birds. Well, just how they look. Well, they're kind of ugly when you think about it, but... So there is a quest here. I'll keep that in mind, but I'm not going to start it yet. I'll do this Rigurt the Brash quest first. And I can always come back here later on. So, these honey flowers. Over here. Those terror birds remind me of the moa birds from Guild Wars 2 if you've ever played that. But terror birds were around during the dinosaur times, I think. Oh, look at this place. Oh, wow. Oh, it's so pretty. I just love this landscape. Just let you take it in. Oh, wow. There's a windmill up there. But I'm being attacked. Seems I always get attacked when I'm admiring the landscape. I definitely have to check this place out. The farmlands? I wonder what they farm here. Probably moon sugar. So where's Rigurt? He's over here. And how is he going to offend this Khajiit noble this time?
Work! Farmhands needed at Mother's farm!
Yep, I'll come back to you.
Roxargo's mother is very nice. He promises.
I'll come back.
Oh, Roxargo works so hard.
I'm sorry, I'll come back. I promise. Yeah, these farmlands. I love it. I might have to do the quests while I'm here. Just because it's so pretty. So here's Rigurt. Uh-oh, what's he gonna make with this?
Ah, you must have been drawn by the scent of my rising dough. And don't be shy about staring at Rigurt's muscles as he stirs. Did you bring the honey flowers? If there's one thing Rigurt knows about the cats, they love their sweets.
I bought honey flowers, but aren't you supposed to add them in the beginning?
Nonsense! Rigurt's belly doesn't care if mead or meat is swallowed first, so why should a mixing bowl be any different, huh? Rigurt has gone far in life by treating every situation like he treats his belly. Give Rigurt the flowers and he will add them.
If you say so. Is there anything else I can do?
I saw Asaldak, the famous Khajiit sweet maker by the Merryvale Farms fountain. Ask him to try my sweetbread. His endorsement will change the Khajiiti belief that Nords only eat frozen potatoes and inspire a pastry-based esteem between our cultures.
Uh-oh. I'll find Asaldak and invite him to your tasting. Oh no. This is gonna go bad. I can feel it. But yeah, oh, look at this place. Here's Aseldak.
Aseldak understands why you would want to approach him, but he only signs autographs at special events, and he only talks to his admirers at the... Actually, he never talks to his admirers.
The Nord Ambassador Rigurt would like you to sample his sweetbread. Here we go.
Aseldak was once invited to Skyrim to try their so-called delicacies, but declined due to a disdain for cold weather. And bad food, and Nords in general. Aseldak will try this Nord sweetbread for a laugh. Tell him Aseldak will be there shortly.
Uh-oh. I'll tell Rigurt that you'll meet him at Merryvale Farms.
This Nord better be finished with his cooking by the time Aseldak arrives. Aseldak does not like to be kept waiting.
How did you become so famous?
Because, unlike you, I spent time mastering my craft instead of asking stupid questions. Aseldak redefined food in Elsweyr. He was personal chef to the main. He has prepared food for many slobbering Nords, but has never seen one cook anything edible.
Yeah, Rigurt can't cook. I have that feeling. There's a first time for everything. You can try Rigurt's sweetbread at Merryvale Farms. Let's see what happens. Let's see what he's cooked. Okay.
Rigurt's sweetbread turned out better than expected. It's perfectly brown and tough enough to break a mammoth tooth.
Oh no. It's not even edible. Should sweetbread be tough?
Everything should be tough. Our teeth can't grow stronger if we don't challenge them with unyielding treats. When Rigurt was a baby, his mother had him suck on rocks to comfort his sore gums. Now his bite is strong enough to snap a bristleback's tusk.
Well, Aseldak is on his way. I'll search for the screaming mammoths in Valenwood Gate. Oh, that's right, the musicians. But I have to see this.
It's an honor to meet you, Aseldak. On behalf of Yoren Skald King, please enjoy Windhelm's famous sweetbread.
Uh-oh.
Did you bring the bread with you from Skyrim? It's hard as a rock.
Harder than a rock. Rigurt made some improvisations to the original recipe.
It doesn't smell too wretched. Aseldak will attempt to take a bite without breaking a tooth.
Oh no.
What do you think? Impressive? Delicious? Ferocious?
Atrocious. Why is it filled with flowers? Why are the flowers covered in dirt? Why are there insects in the dirt? How did you make something so terrible?
He didn't even clean the flowers or mash them up. Such a bad cook.
Did you hear that, friend? Aseldak wants to know Rigurt's recipe. I'm sure he'll return after he wins his digestive battle. Find the screaming mammoths at Valenwood Gate so they can play for Lady Isa. We are finally on the verge of making peace.
No. Well, that was funny. These screaming mammoths. So yeah, we have to make our way to Valenwood Gate down here. Yeah, we'll do that now, and I can always come back to this area. As I don't have a way shrine, I'll have to... We'll walk. See the landscape down here. But yeah, I'll come back to this farmland later to do the quest. Just want to see this bridge over here. But yeah, We went to pick those honey flowers and Rigurt just put them in as they were. Kind of knew that would happen. And these screaming mammoth minstrels. Somehow I doubt they're an actual band, but they might actually be mammoths that scream. This is going to be interesting, this part of the quest. Oh, look at this landscape. I like this area, it's nice and green. Oh, that's the trial over there. Such a pretty landscape. See, this is what you miss. If you don't walk through a map the first time and you just rush from A to B on your mount, you miss this. Oh, look at that. Wow. Oh, I just love it. I love it. It's so pretty. Anyway, where are we going now? Oh, look at this place. I'll definitely be coming back here and looking at this in more detail later on. But yeah, I could live here in Elsweyr. Oh, there's a chest. Well, at least in this part of Elsweyr. Come on. There we go. Cause yeah. Oh, Maik. Where did she come from?
The moons do not exist. This explains why no one has been there, yes? Necromancers focus on raising the dead. Maik wonders, why not raise crops instead?
That is a good point, Maik.
If the necropolis for Rimmon is not in Rimmon, why is it called Rimmon Necropolis?
That's also a good point. I think that's all he says.
You have heard that the Khajiit love naps, yes? So does Maik. Though maybe Maik is napping now, and this conversation is but a dream.
No, it's not a dream. Wow, he said 4 things there.
You have heard that the Khajiit love naps.
Okay, so he just says those. Nice to see you, Maik. Was wondering if you'd be in Elsweyr, and here you are. That was a nice random encounter. Seeing Maik. Oh, what's that place up there? That is Moongate of Anequina. I guess we'll be coming down to this area later on with the main quest. So I will come back here to do these quest areas. Don't worry about that. Look at this place. So pretty. I'm just gonna walk in first person. What's that? Oh, there's some river trolls. So yeah, compared to this area of Elsweyr, which was more, I'd say, desert type dry, this part of Elsweyr is probably going to be more luscious and green like we see here, which is pretty cool. So yeah, we're nearly at the Valenwood Gate. So we'll steal the silk first. Steal the wood elf silk clothing over here. Do it stealthily. Oh, the merchant's looking. Maybe if I can take it from here. Yep. There we go. So I'm gonna go talk to Humble Zaham at the Stitches, but we'll do the Screaming Mammoths. The band that Rigurt wants us to find. While I'm here, I'll get these books that are here. If I can. Cool, okay, so oh no, there actually are a band, I think.
Unfortunately, the Screaming Mammoths are temporarily unable to perform. Please check back again once they've had a chance to get some rest and ponder their poor life decisions.
What's wrong with them?
Aside from being stupid, against Bacargo's advice, they gorged themselves on sugar cakes, which are mainly made of alcohol and moon sugar. As Bacargo wasted his time telling them, those who are not Khajiit should not mess with moon sugar.
Moon sugar makes you sick?
Moon sugar makes outsiders sick.
Ah.
It doesn't affect us. But other races experience momentary euphoria, followed by days of extreme exhaustion. Bacargo tried to warn these cheeks, but they are about as good at listening as they are at self-control.
Oh, this orc doesn't look too good. She seems competent and he looks like he's throwing up.
Could you please stop stomping around like that? My head is pounding enough as it is. Sure as bones. We never should have eaten those sugar cakes.
Well, he did try to warn you.
Rachin sugar cakes. Our manager, Bacargo, tried to warn us about them, but what kind of band would we be if we paid attention to warnings?
Rigurt sent me he's expecting you to perform in Rimmen.
Ah, Rigurt. The last time I felt this bad was when I tried to beat him in a mead drinking contest. We don't want to let him down, but we can hardly stand, let alone give a performance worthy of the Screaming Mammoths.
Rigurt needs you to play for Lady ESO to gain her favor. I'm kind of dreading hearing them perform, but I also want to see how bad they are.
He needs someone to play, but that someone doesn't need to be the Screaming Mammoths. Take our instruments and sing the song yourself. That cat will never know the difference. There's a lute and a drum in this chest.
I can't sing. What is this? I'll gather the instruments and bring them to Rigurt. Okay. So they're not even gonna come. Well, that's disappointing. I wanted to hear them sing. Or perform.
Go ahead and bring the instruments to Rigurt in Rimmen, and please give him our regrets. I'm sure he'll understand. On second thought, he probably won't. Understanding things has never been Rigurt's strength.
Yeah, I can see that. He doesn't understand much. It's all that mead he drinks. So yeah, we'll head back to... So we have to go to Rimmen. But I'll hand in this other quest first. where we stole the things for the Rajin. For Rajin, the thief and trickster god. So yeah, back to the stitches. The Khajiit that gave me this quest, I'm not sure what Khajiit he is. They did look different.
So you heard, right? That they killed a dragon in Riverhold, and we have a queen. Can you imagine what this means?
That was me that killed it.
Moons! A better Elsweyr is at hand, yes? Though it takes a lot of courage to place yourself in opposition to the usurper queen. That one must be shaking with rage right now, no?
The usurper queen deserves to be more than shaking in anger. Dark moons beset her. Bah! May Chimera's boldness see her through to her rightful role as our queen.
Boldness is an excellent trait to have in a queen. May she win through all that confronts her and go on to see Elsweyr thrive under her leadership.
And you know what? It's gonna be me that kills Euraxia. And I won't get credit for that either. But I don't do it for that. What? Because the main quest we're up to is, well, going into Rimmon to kill Euraxia, I think. But yeah, we'll do that later on. So where's this? Oh, there's Nazdar.
A friend is the only gift that brings joy when returned. Or so the Bandari saying goes. Nazdar has never had much to give besides his friendship, but he can attest it is joy he feels seeing you here again.
How are things?
Nazdar has everything he needs. Good health, good friends, and music in his heart. When he looks upon the stitches now, he is inspired. He sees dashing de Salzo's dream coming to life, and the notes flow as vigorously as his blood.
I thought you don't like to play in town.
He knows his playing is not welcomed by all, but Tasnasi has forbidden the others from throwing things at Nazdar, so long as he does not sing. As the amicable Jazir once said, compromise is cousin to happiness.
True. If you don't remember, we met Nazdir when we did the quest here in the Stitches. So, yep, going the right way. I do like the Stitches. Like, I like how it's built in the scar of the landscape. So here's humble Zaham.
You cut a striking figure, Walker. There are... you again. How goes your holy work?
What? I acquired the offerings you requested?
Then the King of Thieves was watching over you. Let's see. Yes, this will do. Yes. Fine offerings for Rajin. Do not forget yourself when dividing spoils, or Rajin will think you a fool. Good thieves always take their cut.
Thank you.
I bless you in the name of the sleek shadow. Fortune and fame are yours for the taking.
So you're some sort of priest?
Is Rajin a god? Do gods not have those who spread word of their deeds? This one is but a humble servant to a more deserving master.
Can you perform blessings and other services?
Of course, sleek one. This one does not need a temple to bend his god's ear. He will gladly ask for Rajin's favor on your behalf for a humble offering. Or perhaps you wish to hear a sermon. This one can provide objects of faith as well.
He's trying to trick me. He's trying to trick me, and I'm not gonna fall for it. Not falling for it. I would actually. I'm gonna do it because I just want to see what
I
these.
bless you in the name. Is, of course, sneak one. This one does not need a temple to bend his god's ear. King of thieves, one of your faithful seeks your favor. This one humbly begs you spare a fraction of your ample sleekness for their benefit. Ah! There is a fresh glow about you. You are nearly as dashing Dasalzo once was.
Sure. I knew it was gonna be false, but I had to see what the option was. I thought it would be something more noticeable.
You jest! Rajin is the saint of subtlety. You will only ever know his presence if that is his desire. But he is always there, an unseen shadow. Trust Zaham. You are in the thief god's good graces.
I don't trust you. Yeah, I'll do this option just to see what happens.
Come closer, Walker. And this one will regale you with a tale of Rajin. Long ago, on a night of new moons, the dark was so thick that shadows stretched to oblivion. No one dared to brave the night, but one crafty thief. He chose to walk the strands.
To oblivion? What do I have to pay him again? Yep, do it.
Just so. On this night, they stretched through the lunar lattice and led the thief toward the faint glimmer of the stars, except the dancing lights were not the stars, but twilight caught in a realm of spun silver. Within, silky voices argued.
He's obviously coming closer to me each time, and he's actually stealing my gold. You thief, how dare you! Yeah, I'm doing the leg domain option. Please don't crowd, I can hear you just fine.
But the story is long in the telling, and this one's throat is parched from the desert. Surely it would not impose too much upon you to let this one speak softly so as not to strain his voice.
You're such a liar. Finish your story and I won't tell anyone about your grift.
A secret kept, a secret gained. Very well. Now, where did we leave off?
The thief made a plan?
He waited patiently, quietly, as the princess talked in circles, learning all he could. Then, when the time was right, he stepped out from the shadows and announced himself. This one knows the night like no other. He would be honored to choose.
That seems unwise.
Risky, for certain. Two princes, sisters he could see, regarded the thief coolly. But the spinner of the silver web looked upon him hungrily. You are a little touch, little fly, but foolish to come buzzing into the spider's web.
How'd he get out of that?
Seeing now that the thief was one of her chosen people, the Prince Azura stayed Mafala's hand. By your admission, this one knows the night better than any other. Who better to decide? Or do you fear the truth will be too ugly?
And she agreed?
All three princes agreed that the thief was a most worthy lover of the night. And each told him why they were obviously the best choice. When all was said and done, the thief knew his decision.
Who did he choose?
Knowing she was as vain as she was dangerous, the thief approached Mafala and heaped on her great flattery. My prince, It was the night itself that led this lover to his mistress, so that he could steal a kiss. And so the thief embraced the night.
Rajin kissed a Daedric prince?
And more so. The thief deftly ran his hands about Mafola, purring sweet nothings in her ear, until his fingers touched upon the thing that really caught his eye. A ring on the finger of her 8th arm.
He stole her ring?
Slipped it from her finger without the slightest notice. Such was the lightness of his caress and the skill of his tongue, and placed it on his own. With that, the thief was vanished, and the legend of Rajin, the purring liar, was born.
Wow. Despite being a thief and stealing my money, he did tell a good story. Thanks for the story. I need something else.
What else may this humble servant of Rajin do for the faithful?
Nothing. But yeah, that was a good story. He should be a storyteller. Even though he stole my gold. But I have plenty. So we'll head back to Rimmen and give Rigurt these weapons. Got a bit sidetracked there, but I had to see what those options were. It's always fun how they add things in like that. So back to Rimmen. I bet Rigurt is gonna end up singing. Oh, this is gonna go so bad. It's gonna be fun. Or he'll have me play an instrument and him sing.
Moons guide you on your path, Hallowed. Guide you in all things.
Okay, where is he? Over here. Oh, it's a cat. Lady Isa.
Welcome back, friend. Rigurt found Lady Isa. She's not as talkative as the women in Windhelm, but she's quite classy. Rigurt is sure a Nord ballad will convince her to help make peace between the Nords and Khajiit. Where are the screaming mammoths?
They can't make it, but they let me borrow a lute and a drum.
The screaming mammoths let you touch their instruments? Rigurt tried to touch them after a performance in Nibelheim, and his brain still aches from the pummeling. Definitely Rigurt's favorite head injury. Why did they give you their instruments?
They ate too much moon sugar and want us to play in their place.
Rigurt can be an official screaming mammoth? He can play the instrument of legendary lutist Frongir half-giant? Did Rigurt drink a barrel of mead and find himself in a land made of dreams? These are honest questions. Rigurt gets confused.
This is real. If you want the lute, I'll take the drum.
Rigurt's mind explodes like the top of Mount Vardenfell. Drinking mead with the mammoths was one thing, but playing their instruments is beyond Rigurt's wildest imaginings. We will play Lady Isa the best ballad Elsweyr has ever heard.
I still wish I could have heard the screaming mammoths play. Sure, I'll grab the drum. Oh, really? She's a cat? Okay, let's do this.
Oh, your eyes shine like glowing mushrooms in gloom rich, and you're sturdy as a mountain goat's hoof-fed feet.
My ears.
We should meet to drink mead and eat wolf meat.
Why are you singing to my house cat Luna?
Lady Isa? Rigurt has logical explanation. You have great influence with the Khajiit, so Rigurt wanted to impress you with his song. But first, he had to practice on your cat, because he's like a tiny you.
It's difficult to imagine anything sadder than a confused Nord clutching a lute.
Oh, his singing was horrible.
Lady Isa is going to pretend that Ambassador Rigurt did not just confuse her with a house cat.
Yeah, about that. I can't really explain. We apologize, Lady Isa. We only wanted to impress you.
Your friend is the one who should apologize. His attempts at diplomacy have already offended Justo and sickened Elsweyr. Fortunately for you, Lady Isa is convinced that Ambassador Rigurt's intent is pure. She even brought him a peace offering.
Huh? You bought a peace offering for Rigurt?
Rigurt must be rewarded for his comical yet well-intentioned mission to improve relations between the Nords and Khajiit. Lady Isa brought an honorary collar and bell. He will wear it everywhere in Elsweyr, so we can always know when he is near.
Yes, that's great. Do you usually reward people with collars and bells?
No, but we can all see that Ambassador Rigurt is very special. This one presents him with this dignified and stylish reward.
I'll make sure Rigurt understands what an honor this is. Oh, look at her hairstyle. Wow, it's pretty. He's gonna love this, but he's not gonna know what it means.
Lady Isa is eager to use her influence to bring peace between the Nords and Khajiit, isn't she? Nothing solves problems better than a traditional Nord love ballad. Except for mead.
Lady Isa awarded you with an honorary collar and bell.
A collar and bell made to fit Rigurt's rippling neck? Rigurt will jingle it with pride. Please accept this gift, friend. Rigurt could not have made peace between the Nords and Khajiit without you.
You're welcome.
This song is dedicated to Rigurt's favorite diplomatic assistant, and Lady Isa, and that house cat, and increased peace between the Nords and Khajiit. Oh yeah, and mead!
Lady Isa will do her best to make peace between the Nords and Khajiit, just so you can make your way back to Skyrim.
So that makes sense, actually. Like in Somerset, when we did his quest there, they just did the peace thing to get rid of him, like they're doing here.
This one believes she will remain here until Ambassador Rigurt and his honorary bell jingle far away from her cat.
Rigurt could not have completed his diplomatic mission without your help, friend. Rigurt is externally grateful and will return the lute and drum to the screaming mammoths so you can go about your business. After Rigurt plays with them some more,
What will you do next?
Rigurt will go wherever the winds of diplomacy take him, friend. Rigurt refuses to rest until Tamriel's races are all sitting together peacefully, drinking mead and singing songs about mead, probably.
I'll see you in the next chapter, I guess. Wherever that may be. So yeah, that just didn't go as I expected. But yeah, it was a fun quest to do. The bit I really liked, it wasn't in this one, but it was the first part when he got the saber cat skins. But yeah, overall this was a good quest and I enjoyed it. So I'm going to end this one here and we will continue on questing in the next one. I will see you around. Thanks for watching.